What's up, YouTube? I am in Washington State. I'm going to give you guys an update every single day about the virus, and since we're the epicenter of where the virus is, actually, I live about 5 or 6 miles away from one of the quarantine centers here. In West Seattle, there's one in Kent, which is at the old Johnson & Johnson Hotel. There's also a couple of other ones around too, and so far this is a little bit, give you a little bit breakdown of what's going on in this state right now. We have had 40 deaths nationally. I think there's there's 40 deaths, I think, period, all throughout the nation. Excuse me. Majority of the deaths, almost 100% of them, have been the elderly folks, and also have been men mostly. This has mostly been elderly men. So the actual virus itself seems to be attacking the men the most, and then the elderly men that have conditions prior to that as well. So, but there have been but mostly it has been elderly. I haven't heard anybody that's middle-aged die yet. Hope to God it doesn't happen. To be honest, I don't know anyone personally. I mean, what I do every day is I drive client to client every single day. Now, the one thing that I have noticed right now is the business, as usual, has definitely dropped quite a bit. We're losing quite a bit of business actually right now. Usually I'm very busy. I actually have like 2 or 3 clients a day, and then all of a sudden now it seems like I get like a client here and there, but not quite what it usually is. Usually I'm like I said, I've got 2 or 3 clients a day usually, and now all of a sudden I ain't got nobody. I don't have any. I mean, I barely have any jobs coming in. Every once in a while I'm getting calls, but it's just where we're at. And so to help with the effort with everything, I have dropped down my prices to help help people out with their car repairs, because right now a lot of people are losing their jobs. People are being laid off. There are people that their hours are being cut in half. There are businesses that are just shutting down, period. So the scary part of that is how are people going to pay rent upcoming month? Because if everything is shutting down, I'm just not. It's going to be really hard to see what happens to the housing market once no one can make money, and once all these businesses are closed and shut down. So I'm really curious about what the government's going to do. Now, some landlords have been offering, basically, not offering, but I would say they're providing no rent for April, so that people can, safely live their life and not worry about losing their house in the midst of all this, because it's really not anyone's fault. So then there's not very many cars out, right? I mean, typically when I'm driving through this area on a nice sunny day like this, it's about 3 p.m. right now, 3:30, about 3:40 maybe. I can't see the clock, so. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of scarce right now. There's really not anybody out, and we're the type of service that we come out to your home, so obviously we're gonna stay alive here and there. Obviously I'm gonna have work, not as much as I used to, that I'm used to, but I'm definitely gonna have work because I'm a mobile service. I come to your home, so when people can't leave their house, or they don't want to leave their house to go to a public business in the public, it's definitely worth it to have someone come to your house and work on your vehicles and do it there, because the spread of that becomes then you're lessening the contact with a bunch of people, so you're lessening the spread of this virus. So anyway, so what I was saying is, as a part of what other people are trying to do to alleviate some of the stress, I've dropped down some of my prices too. And so, not that I had to, that I absolutely had to, but actually it's because it's almost impossible right now to find a shop that's going to do work for you. Secondly, it's almost close to impossible to find a place where, gas prices are down to $2.69 right now. I should have waited, I guess, to fill up, because it's $2.69. I paid $3.20. It is 60 cents lower, or 50 cents lower than what I'm usually paying. So, and anyway, so that's a part of what I'm doing, is kind of showing you guys of what's going on. And actually right now I'm driving through an area in Tacoma. It drops to 50 miles an hour here, and a lot of people are just speeding. I think that, I don't know if the police are still working and if they're still pulling people over on the highway or not, or what they're doing. I would assume that the police are not. It doesn't seem like there's many out right now. I mean, I haven't seen many police out or many people being pulled over. As a matter of fact, I think that they're actually avoiding that right now, because if you pull someone over and they happen to be carrying the virus, or they just came in contact with the virus 10 seconds ago, or whatever it was, or 10 minutes ago, and then they go and spread it onto you as a police officer, you go back to your squadron and you spread it to them, and then the whole squadron. So as you can see, there's a huge risk in that, right? So as you can see, it can wipe out a police squadron, because then it ended up, because it's so highly contagious. That's the scary part of the whole thing. It's not that it kills you. It's just the fact that it will take a person out of commission for at least a week. You're out for at least a week to 2 weeks. Now the whole process from infection to final recovery and non-contagious, after you recover and become non-contagious, is actually 14 days from what they're saying. I don't know how accurate that timeline really is, but it's seeming like that the timeline's around 14 days, and so it seems like people are just kind of waiting for 14 days, and then it seems like it's okay. This is not a deadly virus, like not to the extent that the influenza is, or to the extent that pneumonia sometimes is, and there's a lot of different things out there, like bronchitis can kill you. There's a lot of things that can kill you, and they're highly contagious. Like bronchitis is highly contagious. What's it called? Trying to think of what the name of it is. Then there's another one that's tuberculosis. That's highly contagious, and it can kill you. There's a ton of these different diseases, and a lot of these viruses that are out here, and actually are far more deadly to a far greater percentage of the population. The issue with this whole thing is that if you're at the age of 70, 80, and 90, you have a very high chance of not surviving it. You have a very high chance of, or a very low chance of, so you just basically have a very low chance of survival. You have, there's mortality problems with that. So that's why, because almost 100% of the time that this virus gets found or confirmed in a person that is that age, almost 100% of the time, and so far from what we can see, 100% of the time, it has killed the person. So that's what's scary. So if it comes in contact with a person like that, that person just immediately dies. It's just like, we don't have a cure. We don't have anything. We have nothing right now that can help it. So that's what's going on. Also, infants, if they end up getting it, are going to end up in the same position. Very low immune system with very low chance of survival. So in this state right now, they have banned all gatherings that are over 250 people. So no conventions, so no events, no concerts, no anything like that. I don't believe that they have court right now. I don't believe that they have any public service that requires people to be out in public and in crowded situations. The scary part of it all is how people are reacting to it. To be honest, this is not a big, huge emergency. It is an emergency. It is a concern, but at the same time, what is going on actually is people are having mass hysteria and creating mass hysteria and paranoia by running around and buying up a bunch of stuff they don't really need. So people have gone out and bought a bunch of toilet paper, a bunch of hand sanitizer, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. It's extremely windy out here, by the way, just so you know. It's sunny, but it's very windy. But yeah, I mean, the thing is it's the fact that this is not that big of a deal. Like, it's not a huge, major, big deal, but people are creating it to be like it's the motherfucking, like it's the zombie apocalypse. Like, literally, that's how people are acting. People are buying out all the toilet paper, all of the formula, and all of this other shit, and they're just buying it all out, and they're taking it away from, people that actually need it. Like, babies need wipes. These people are going out and buying baby wipes and just buying that shit out. And it ends up, where mothers need wipes for babies, and these motherfuckers are wiping their, they're just stocking up on it so that they can sell it and make a pretty penny on it. And now in this state, we have a way of reporting that. So if you're one of those fucking people, I hope to God karma comes back and bites you in the ass, because businesses like me and other small businesses that are actually trying to make an impact and trying to help the community are suffering, and you motherfuckers are running around thinking that it's okay to just go and make profit from a suffering. It's fucking wrong. It's people like you that are a problem in this fucking world, trying to make a motherfucking profit off of someone else's suffering all the time. There was a story of a guy that bought 17,700 items of hand sanitizer, all kinds, wipes, fucking, bottles, little small bottles, 17,700, loaded up trucks and shit, right? Went to go try to sell that shit on Amazon as a seller. Well, he hiked the prices up, started selling a few of them, and then Amazon shut his ass down. And in this state, if you do that, it's $10,000 fine first offense. So if you do that more than once, imagine how much money you're going to end up having to pay for a penalty. So, not the smartest idea, not the best idea. I'd suggest you guys stay the fuck away from doing that. So, I mean, I just never understand what people fucking do. So that's my update for today. Right now, I'm going to a job. It's Sunday. It's pretty light. Traffic's pretty light. Looks like people have gone down to Oregon. A lot of people are coming back from Oregon right now, so I don't know. Really not sure how this is going to work, how it's going to roll out in the next week, but it seems like they're closing down quite a bit of businesses, so we'll see. And this is Sunday, March 15th. And I am your insider and your info specialist for the coronavirus outbreak in the Epicenter, coming to you live.